Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Casual Gamer and today I am playing more of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So I hope you enjoy.
What is this?
Another dispute, I'm afraid, with Holger stirring the pot once again. Will you sit in judgment?
Judgments are the burden of a Jarl. This is Sigurd's duty now.
He refuses to leave his quarters. Right now, you are the only noble fit for this.
I don't know. It is not my place.
Please, only until Sigurd recovers his strength.
All right. Once more. Gudrun, Holger, come forward. You'll state your cases and I'll hear you out and be as swift in my judgment as I am able. Gudrun, you may speak.
I have been robbed, Eivor. My property defaced. 3 days ago, I discovered some of my sailcloth missing. I scoured the settlement in search of it. Passing Holger's home, there I see it. Boldly displayed and worse, defaced, with scrolls and silly stories upon it.
Lies and slander!
Holger, quiet. You're well acquainted with the rules of this trial. Now, Gudrun, what did you do upon discovering your sailcloth?
I confronted him, demanding silver. For sil with Holger's inky scratching cannot be sold or bartered, can it? I ask only that I be paid for the property that was taken from me, yet he refuses.
So Holger took something that belonged to you and defaced it. Now you wish to be paid for the item. Do I understand?
That is right.
Holger, what say you in your defense?
Short days ago, I found a pile of mildew-stained detritus beneath the docks, and salvaged what I could. I wish to use it as a canvas, you see? As a conveyance for my latest works. The sailcloth was in such a state, and so obscured from view, I assumed it was refuse, abandoned goods.
I see.
My motives were honest, Eivor. Would a thief be so brazen as to display the fruits of his crime? Hardly. Yet here she claims I have robbed and defaced her property, when all I took was rubbish left by to rot.
Nonsense.
My only crime here is that I gave something ugly and decrepit a bold new life.
I see. So you feel Gudrun disposed of something, and now unreasonably seeks its return.
Exactly, yes.
He could have asked
I have heard
if
enough.
I might
the
have
sailcloth
profited
was
from that
anyone's.
cloth. Holger has all but robbed me of a future boon.
It was garbage. Yet now it's a part of something greater. If anything, I have increased its value. You ought to thank me.
Oh, I will thank you with the back of my...
Quiet. Let me speak. After careful thought, it is clear that...
What is this? What are you doing?
Holger and Gudrun are at odds. I hope to find a resolution.
That duty is mine alone, Eivor. You know this. Stand aside.
Good morning to
are
you
not
too,
here,
Karen.
brother, nor did I wish to bother you.
A sallow excuse for such a bold defiance. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you finished singing, my dear Skull?
My Jarl, as I was saying,
Stop! Enough! I have heard more than enough to render my judgment. For as long as I've known you, Holger, you have spun words into lies. You weaken the minds of children and delude the minds of men. I've shown you too many years of tolerance. And rather than exist in grateful meekness as Holger the liar, you sink lower. You become Holger the thief, robbing a woman of her livelihood, all in the name of your stupid stories.
Sigurd, Jarl, no, that is not the...
This is the consequence of your actions. You will pay Gudrun the value of 30 sailcloths.
30 times? Surely you jest. That would ruin me, Sigurd.
Do I look like one to play pranks, Holger? Pay the fee, or be exiled.
Great, Jarl, if I may. I seek only compensation for a single sailcloth. The rest
30 times, in silver! That is my judgment.
It also depends how much is one sailcloth.
Fair?
Because if it's like 5 silver, then
Sigurd, the
30
punishment
isn't
must
be
fit
that
the
much.
crime. Your judgment is cruel and unfair.
cruel and unfair. Oh, no. No, you have it backwards. I am the definition of what is fair and what is not. I am your Jarl, the source of all right and wrong, the Lord of justice in this place. Without rank, without order, without a chain of command, life cannot endure. Chaos will reign. Do you understand?
As my brother and my Jarl, I back you, Sigurd. But in the face of injustice, I cannot help but speak.
Have you never in your life known when to hold your tongue, Eivor? Nor defer to those wiser than yourself? My judgment stands. 30 times the sailcloth's value. That is final.
Thank you, Lord, for hearing us out.
See to it that judgment is carried out exactly as I have said. Should the need arise again, do not fail to rouse me.
Good to see you, darling.
I don't really understand what
Sigurd,
his problem
Leave
is,
me
If you wish it.
because he's a typical Karen right now.
I
You
want to
don't
thank
want
you
to
for
come
your
out of your
judgment,
room
Eivor,
for
for stepping in
a
when
dispute,
Sigurd would not.
but it's
in
your
spite of
duty
what
to
happened.
come out of the
Poor
room
man.
for a
I've never
dispute.
known him to be so
And
angry
then
and reckless.
he fights with me
Is that
over
a
it
side
because
you've
he
seen?
was a little bitch and
Rarely.
he didn't want to leave
There
his
have been
quarters.
moments when he was distressed, worried,
Why?
afraid, but nothing like this. Never, ever like this.
Let us do our best for him as we take care of our own. We're his best hope for healing.
If it is not too late. In the meantime, we press on.
I entered Jorvikshire to meet Halfdan Jarl, and I left a friend of Halfdan the king. We have an oath at last.
Good. Very good.
You know, I went to check what this quest was because I was all done in Jorvikshire, but then it says to go and visit Halfdan and meet with Moira. So Moira might be poisoning him as well.
Shall
Like she
we?
knows her
Please,
metals.
Eivor. Not now. Not with Sigurd there.
I wanted
Shall
to
Please, Eivor. Not now. Not with
like
Sigurd there.
I want to see the Alliance map.
make him jealous by doing that, but it didn't work. So at this point I was just looking for something to expand my settlement, but couldn't really find anything, so you know, I took the next best thing, which was supplies to make my settlement bigger.
What transpires in Gloucestershire?
You may have noticed that Gunnar has disappeared from his forge. He has traveled to Gloucestershire in search of a wife.
A wife?
He is in love.
When did this happen?
When doesn't this happen with our dear lovelorn blacksmith? But there is a bright side. He has asked you to join him,
Join his search for a wife?
and see that he does not make a fool of himself. I believe he thinks that your presence would bolster his image.
All right, I'll be Gunnar's keeper, if only to bring him back in one piece.
Very generous of you. Make for the town of Gloucester. You will find him there.
You know, after this I went to the forge to see if I could still upgrade my things if I wanted to, like with Gunnar gone. And then I met a lady who is a friend of Gunnar and he trusts her, so Eivor trusts her. And well, basically I cut all of it out, but I upgraded my stain armor
Hello. Need
to
something forged?
mythical,
Good
and
day.
that's about it.
Is Gunnar about, or did he leave and not mention it?
My name is Rima, and Gunnar is a good friend of mine. Asked me to run his shop while he's away.
It is good to meet you, and
The end
strange
of
to
the
see Gunnar
video
away
is
from his
approaching,
forge.
so I hope that
Well, as far
you
as I know,
enjoyed,
he's got a very
and
compelling
I hope
and
that you
beautiful
enjoyed as
reason
well.
for his absence.
Have a nice
So here
day.
I am.
Well, if Gunnar has faith in you, I do too.
Then I say you have fine taste. Have a